it's so cloudy. Okay.
You gotta press play over there. It's fine.
Hey, everybody tuning in from Facebook. Did you put a title on this one?
Oh, I think I did.
It's not up there.
It's not gonna go up. Why would it show at the top?
No, right here.
Let me see. What's up?
Hey, everybody that's on Facebook, Instagram. What else? That's it right there.
Mm-hmm. Hey guys. Brandon's gonna do the most talking tonight. It's his night.
It's my night.
Yep.
Today is Tuesday, right? We're live from St. Martin.
St. Thomas.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. I said St. Martin.
Yeah.
St. Thomas.
Yeah, scoot over more. Why is that all over there?
Just trying to get everything together.
Yep, he's the setup guy. Mm-hmm. Right?
Sometimes that could be.
Mm-hmm.
So, basically, hey, for everybody tuning in, we're going over chapter 4 under the book Intended for Pleasure. And we're going over chapter 4, Understanding the Basic, right? This chapter is actually over 40 pages, right? So we're going to be breaking this chapter down.
Not too much, because we're not going to start from the first page. You need to get in here.
Yeah. So, not too much, because this first part of this chapter really goes over the anatomy, and it's also going over understanding the body, which is good for newlywed couples, for far as what I came across of.
Well, any couples, because you could be with somebody for a long time and not really understand their body.
Yes.
Like, there's couples, like our friend that her dude never made her orgasm.
Well, yes, but the main thing is this is also like what I was just getting into, is just talking about newlyweds on your first wedding night, getting comfortable with actually just having sex, period.
Are you even live?
That one wasn't live.
I thought it was.
So it's going with just getting comfortable with having sex, period. It's talking about...
What's up, Facebook? Chapter 3.
No,
Thank
chapter 4.
Chapter 4. Thank y'all for chiming in. We are live out here from St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. If you guys have not been here and you are a U.S. citizen, you do not need a passport. Y'all can come out here. Like, for real, for real. It's beautiful. As you can see, I look burnt up. Brandon looks burnt up with semi-dragging because we were... in the sun all day and having some drinks and just having fun and Brandon had a great nap. Didn't you have a great nap?
Yeah,
I had a great nap. I had a semi-great nap. I was doing a little bit of business, on the side. You already know how it is. But chapter 4 is incredible. The beginning was mainly the basics of the body and what else, Brandon?
That was the main thing, especially understanding the woman.
It even has a picture of the vajay. Like, it literally has a picture of the vajay, so you guys can learn. And I was even learning. I told Brandon, like, I want to sit down on my own and read the first maybe like 10 pages by myself to really understand, because it goes into detail about certain parts of the women's body, about certain parts of like what it does, how it's supposed to be treated, and
how the function of actually reproducing and having a baby,
or if you can't, and the reasonings and things like that,
or
and the body parts,
or just preventing. Also discussing pretty much also about planning children, or not having any more children as you go on in your relationship too as well.
Wi-Fi?
Oh yeah. That one is probably on Wi-Fi.
So definitely, if you guys have any questions about this chapter, I hope y'all got it. I hope y'all been able to go on Amazon and buy your own. It's really, 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 really a great book. But it's reviewing the body, discussing parts of the body, and what else? So the first 10 pages was just a lot of that, discussing, like for women, it broke down ovary, uterus,
cervix,
pubic bone, vagina, pap smear, stick. When us women, we know about that. The vaginal opening, urethral opening, the clitoris, fallopian tubes, ovaries, and things of that nature. So I'm really blind, so I can't see when people are chiming in. So what's up?
That's Michelle.
That's Mark's wife, right? Hey, girl. Yeah. Thank y'all for chiming in. So go ahead, get into the chapter.
Well, the part that I got into.
You're not in the camera.
Okay, the part I don't know what's going on with that one. So the part that I highlighted was just basically it's saying the first response to sexual stimulation in a woman is lubrication of the vaginal, which occurs with younger women 10 to 30 seconds and with older women about 1 to 3 minutes in older women.
So basically, for me, it feels like if you're the younger, the faster you're just going to be ready to go. And if we're older, I don't know what they mean by older, what age, but if you're older, you might take a little bit longer, maybe more foreplay, more engaging, more intimacy, more kissing to actually get your vagina, because we're going to be grown. This is an adult conversation. This is an adult book, and how to actually get yourself to be ready for your husband. In other words, you want to be nice and wet and juicy, ladies. Okay, let's get, to the point. You don't want to be down there being all dry and messy or not good or not ready or not smelling good. Like, you want to be good. Okay, yes. And I'm going to tell you, I'm that friend that tells you, ladies, have it fresh and clean. Like, the same way he eats them strawberries, the same way he needs to be with you, in you, and all that stuff, okay?
So
FYI.
Yeah, so with that said...
thank me later.
Yes, so pretty much moisture needs to be involved before anything goes down, fellas. So actually the foreplay before sex, should be going down so you don't rush into any situations that is not ready for you or prepared for you to be in that situation.
Then you trying to jam it in and be mad why she ain't even ready for you.
Yeah,
Y'all know what I mean by ready.
So basically, you want to make sure she's getting ready, she's getting hot, she's getting warm, and sexually bothered in a good way to go ahead and actually accept you, fellas, as you get ready to get into it. And it also talk about adequate vaginal lubrication is absolutely essential for pleasure during intercourse. Yeah. If not present, the husband will need to apply some form of artificial and obtain any type of lubrication that is safe at a drugstore or supermarket.
So y'all know, he says the lubricant, what is it? If it's not nice and wet for them, right? Or for him.
Yes.
Then you can go to the store. I've seen some that it's like...
water-based.
Is water-based?
Yeah,
I don't know, but like it says makes you warm. It says, I've seen them at the store. I don't maybe think we've ever used really one. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think. But, so I don't really know exactly the different kinds. So if y'all put them in the comments. But they have the warm one, the icy, right?
Yeah, I would just...
But listen, best resort is have him lick you, okay? Bottom line. Point blank, period. Forget the lubricant. You make me wet. How about them apples, okay? How about you look it up?
Yeah, you can do that, or
Can we be natural? Can we be natural? Hey, emergency.
Exactly. You can start that way, guys. You can go ahead and get it moist down there that way.
And no cheating either. None of the try to,
Yeah.
Try to lick the finger. No, you're not doing that.
Yes.
You better have the real deal, texture to texture scenario, if y'all know what I'm saying.
Right.
Go ahead, because I will go too far with it. And y'all get excited with my call.
So, if you want to do this, guys, if you do decide to go get some type of stuff from the drugstore,
so you're gonna stop. So you're gonna hold up. So you like, maybe have it ahead of time, just in case, I guess, because it would really suck if you're trying to get some, she's not getting into it, you're ready to go, and then you got to go to the store and do all that?
No. These are something that you should probably just have on deck, just in case.
Well, some people don't know that. Some people don't do that. So maybe you guys should.
If you know that,
or maybe just always have one for emergencies.
Yeah. Because even if it's going like a long time, it might, not produce as much moisture, right?
Like the session.
Yeah.
You gotta be.
I know.
Say what you gotta say. What you mean? What goes a long time?
The sex. If sex goes on.
If the session is long and maybe she's drying out, you already have it on deck.
Exactly.
Because you don't want to lick or something, or
no, just to have it.
Some people don't like the lick. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, y'all gonna get it together.
Listen, do you want to talk about this? I think you want to talk more about this. But so with this also said. When you do get this stuff, like you mainly want to get something that's like water-based, safe. I know through hearing through advice through different doctors that you don't really want to too much dibble-dabble into like the flavors and the warmness because that your body might react different to that. So you want to get something that's pretty much basic, plain, And when you do apply this, fellas, you want to apply this to the head of your penis or to the outside
of the vagina.
The
outside, not the end.
Not the
Some
end.
people just be like, no, the outside. Why is the outside though?
Because the outside is what allows you to actually
enter without being dry.
Exactly.
Oh, excuse me, guys. Okay, moving forward.
And it also said if this vaginal dryness usually persists, as long as she continue,
you gotta stop.
This is another one too.
You don't want to just be jamming it in. It's dry.
No. This is
you're
another
gonna hurt your
one.
little thing.
This was talking about if people having sex while she's nursing.
You heard me?
Yeah.
You just ignored me.
Yeah, I'm just ignoring you.
Yeah. So if you're a breastfeeding mom out there, it does say maybe you already know this, maybe you haven't figured it out, or maybe you're trying to wonder what's going on. But it says if you're breastfeeding, that you tend to be a little bit more dry than the average woman.
Yes.
So maybe having the lubricants, maybe letting him know, like, hey, it's not me. This is because of my scenario. So maybe you just got to lick more, babe. Like, that's it.
All right. So.
Or what about just after the jump, like after the shower?
Yeah, that could be.
Because you're like, supposedly you're wet, right?
Yeah. So you can do that.
Go.
You go.
You got it tonight, remember?
All right, so
you're the setup guy.
So we kind of went over this already a little bit. The husband should keep in mind the most pain occurs from entering too quick, not allowing enough time for the muscle around the vaginal area to relax.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
you got to be gentle. I just think that sometimes men, because their nature is to be rough, we forget to be gentle. They forget to, you forget to be gentle with your spouse. You forget to be loving and gentle with the vagina. Like, let's just be for real. Listen, y'all already know I be straightforward. Brandon knows. I tell Brandon, like, babe, you need to be soft. You need to be gentle, focus.
And sometimes we're anxious.
Sometimes y'all be, you're anxious, and y'all just wanna shove it in. Like, hold up, like, I'm a real person. This thing is real. I'm tiny too, because y'all know Brandon's a big dude, so he just bam, and I just be like, babe, take it easy. Be gentle. It's if you guys should look at the picture of this book, if y'all get this book, the picture of our women part is really a lot to it, and it's really sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't really know it had. I know y'all probably like, really, Jen? I didn't. Like, this gets really, like, health class when I was in high school did not go over all these parts. It just went over the basics. So it was really good. Go ahead.
It also says.
You need to get in.
It also says at this time, like first intercourse or intercourse periods, the husband should be persistent into bringing his wife to an orgasm with the penis in the vaginal. So the guys, is it? Oh yeah. So basically, it's saying right away, you don't have to if you're not bringing your wife to an orgasm, right? You don't really have to go in hard to actually, strive and put pressure on yourself as a
don't
man.
think hard as explain that, because if your wife is not finishing, don't think just because you're gonna pound it harder, because we're gonna get down to the words, or go in harder or go deeper or whatever y'all want to do. Don't think that that's gonna make her have her thing. It's actually the opposite, honestly. It's actually more of the intimacy, the gentleness, the knowing the part, the
being calm, relaxed. It's more of a relaxed.
Your anxiety got to go somewhere.
It's more of a relaxed type of thing. When a woman usually have an orgasm, she's very relaxed.
Yes, if the mind is everywhere, if you're worried, if you're concerned, if you're just like, okay, whatever, go ahead and finish. If that it becomes a little bit more strenuous in the intimacy. It becomes more strenuous on the marriage, and again, some of y'all probably never had these type of conversations with, friends or your spouse, or really your spouse. Like, hey, that's not really working out. You might be going in on me, but I want to have my orgasm too. Like, what's up?
Or what if you did actually give her the orgasm and she received the orgasm, and then now she has an expectation, of having that type of orgasm, but you're not going about it the way you went about it the first time, right?
Right.
If you're not going about it the way you did it the first time, like the first time y'all made love, you was gentle.
You mean like you can't show out one night because then she's gonna expect that all the time, unless you're gonna do it like that all the time.
Or exactly like even maybe the first time getting into it, it's not intense. It's more of a massage, easing into it with the foreplay and all that.
So you're saying that the husband should continue that to making her orgasm?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So you should continue, and just remember the way that you actually got involved in having sex.
And sometimes it's not always about the man trying to have his finish. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes, even we've been to scenarios where he's worried about just me, of course, we want to outserve each other. We talked about this before, and he's the one okay, babe, I want to make sure you get what you got, what you got to do, or what you need to release the stress in your life before I finish. But he just be so excited, he just be so anxious sometimes that I just calm down, take it easy, and that's the thing, ladies, we feel our husbands' anxiety, we feel that, so then it gets you, like you said, it gets you anxious and stressed, and oh my gosh, so now we're both on edge. Now none of us is about to do nothing, so it's really important that you take it easy, you communicate, and yes, out-serving each other is really great. We try that a lot. We're always typically trying to, I tell him yo, it's about you, tonight it's I'm all for you, whatever I gotta do as a wife, blah blah blah. And then he's like, no, me too. So then to top it off, now you're making it even more fun in the situation, or in the session, or in the bedroom, because now both of y'all kind of trying to fight each other on who's gonna outdo who. Mm-hmm. And that ends up being the most amazing orgasms ever, probably. And of course, like you said, you can't just always expect that. But you just got to learn on the out-serving and helping each other's body.
Now, it goes on to talk about, now, if she's not receiving an orgasm through intercourse, right? It says pretty much after the penis is inserted, the husband should have an orgasm quickly, right? So
he can keep it moving.
He have his orgasm. And then
we can say that though, because we're grown.
Yeah, okay. However you want to say it.
Because orgasm, that's
but it's
we five.
It's just proper though. Because we're saying penis on here. We usually say anyway.
What do we say?
You already go.
Big old dick.
You listen. Shit, sure. I can't be
too much sun.
All
much sun.
So just draw it, and then stimulate his wife's clitoral area gently with his fingers to bring her to an orgasm. So pretty much. Go ahead.
Who uses fingers still?
Well, this is saying
to make a Y'all don't have the toys to finish it off?
Well, this is
Or like, can you go down to finish it off? Or is that like not happening because you already...
Yeah,
is that you know?
Yeah, I don't know. That's you getting too deep in it.
Because you talking about the finger, like
yeah,
no.
but the fingers is a safe way to go. I get it. You know what I'm saying? After that,
no, you don't get it.
Yeah, I get it a lot.
We're not about to get that popping because they moved that finger over there, buddy.
So look, fellas, gently after you do your thing,
not
gently, yeah. Play around with it, you know, and I'm not going to say that this is going to happen right away. This might happen probably 10 to 15 minutes.
Ooh, y'all gonna be tired.
I'm thinking 10 to 15 minutes after the situation.
Y'all gonna be tired, and y'all already nut too, so that means that thing is done.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, come on, man, hurry up.
You gotta be smooth and patient. Love is patient.
All right, guys, I hear you. I would be too anxious, worried about me finishing. So now,
no, because you still gotta be in that relaxed mode. You gotta be relaxed. We ain't on a schedule.
I guess
It says also after that,
just get a toy. It's so much easier.
It says husband take tender care of his wife at the crucial time and will do much to help her develop trust in him. So that in the weeks to come, she'll be able to totally relax and let herself go in the enjoyment of love making, right? So, with that said, is also gaining trust in you down there, you know what I mean? And it'll also allow her to be relaxed in future endeavors of the sex that y'all have going on with that.
This is intense.
Yeah, this
well, like I said though, some of the stuff we can skip over because it's just the body, the parts. Let's see what else. Orgasms only happen in a relaxed. Okay, you already said this. Atmosphere after emotional, physical arousal have occurred and enough physical stimulation has taken place. That's like you were saying. She if y'all both finish, y'all relaxed. You're in a good place. Men are sometimes prone to judge themselves as lovers on the basis of whether they can bring their brides to a sexual climax during intercourse, but do not make this the supreme goal. I think maybe you should, but whatever. The goal, of course, is intimacy, you know, being one and all that lovey-dovey emotional stuff. But it's not just, okay, tonight, I guess it says it's not just going in, she's going to orgasm and that's it. Right?
Yeah, because like I said, as a male, you put a lot of pressure on yourself to do that all the time.
The next few pages goes over what the clitoris does, which it talks about how it expands. It talks about the urethra, which is the outlet for the urine from the bladder. So, like, it really gets technical. It talks about the lips of the woman, the different lips that we have. With the vagina opening, with the labia minora, small lips, labia majora, major lips, urethra opening, which I think that's where the P, right, comes out. Yeah, vagina opening. That's where the child comes out. Shaft of clitoris, mons veneris. So it goes over all of this, which is pretty. Well,
what's that? Oh.
Prepuce, hood of clitoris, glans, head of clitoris, clitoris. So it's right there. So it's out. We can observe this later on one-on-one private time. Look for the picture next to me. You want to look? Let's look at the live analysis, right? We could do that, not a problem.
Well, we've done that before, y'all.
Yeah, but not like, this is talking about like actual names and stuff. And
yeah.
I kind of want to see all this. I want you to check it out. So then it goes over the menstrual. We might actually be able to finish this off because it goes over the menstrual cycle. We don't really have to get into that, I think. The beginning cycle, like the first couple of days of the women, and what happens inside of your vagina, like the different areas and how the bloodstream and all that stuff. The hormones, it goes over that part. Talks about how it actually stops, your menstrual. So this is like really, really intense.
And it also talks about how just the wetness of when we was in that first part about the wetness, how it actually is a cleaning substance. When a female gets wet, that's also a cleaning substance. The liquid, it cleans as well.
Yes. So what's it gonna clean?
It's just a natural chemical that cleans from the body.
Okay, cool. Then it goes into conception, pregnancy, the egg with the sperm. Y'all know the whole story about the egg and the sperm. Fertilization of the egg with the male sperm carries the sex-determining chromosome. We know that. The 9 months of pregnancy, you guys are familiar with that. And it actually shows the fallopian tubes. So we learn, I know some of y'all already know about that. Hey, what's up, cuz? Hey, thanks for chiming in. We're going over this chapter that's actually discussing the body. It's going over the women's body. So I know some of us maybe never considered like the husband actually knowing all the parts of your vagina, like the actual like what is this? The tubes. What I called it? Fallopian tubes. The different like parts of like your clitoris, lips, all that stuff. So
it also goes over talking about the cervix, how
the sensation. We didn't really.
Yeah, and it goes over the cervix, how it's prone to actually get cancer, and
it
talks about how women over 30 should really get checked on a yearly basis on just their vaginal area. It talks about when they hit 40.
That's when you do all the breast stuff.
That's when you do the mammograms and stuff like that.
All that stuff.
And then when it gets, I think, 60 and 70, you don't have to go as much.
Yeah. So these are a lot of stuff that us women and wives, we should know. Like we talk to our doctors, things like that, especially if you have babies and stuff. It goes through birth and actually the male reproductive system, which this part is going to be maybe another night because now it goes into the penis, the testicles, and the prostate gland and seminal vesicles. So we can actually, let me show y'all the image. See, we're not the ones going in. This book is going in. So we can probably go into this another night, kind of going over the male part. Because it gets interesting.
It also gets into also far as
vasectomy.
Vasectomy. That's right.
So that'll be. I think we can do this one another night because since we haven't really read it, because we only read a certain part for today. But definitely, guys, if you have any questions, look into this book, or make it a date night. Like make it a date night where yes, you got the book. You're looking at the picture. You're reviewing each other's parts. I think that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, that helps you get comfortable.
Have some drinks,
Yeah, that helps you get comfortable
with the areas. You can test some things out. Like, oh, what's this? Let's test. Try, I guess, the finger stuff or different lubes or like just really. And I don't mean it like to be funny,
but observe each other.
Examine. I like examine. Okay, you don't have to observe because observe is from a distance.
Okay.
I want you to like examine me and I. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't mean it in a funny way of date night to just have some sex.
No.
We're not doing that. I'm talking about like for real. Women, I know sometimes you don't feel as great about yourself, especially like I'll be honest with me. Like I'm working on losing more weight, so sometimes I can feel like, but Brandon makes me feel good. Like he don't even look, you don't even trip on nothing no more. Like it's like you're beautiful, all your stuff is gorgeous. I love it. I love you, all that. So he makes me feel so much better. But like have a fun date night where like the kids are gone or you go for like a weekend to like the hotel, get
and
a night
if you got
out.
This book, you can, like you said, put the book up.
I'm so serious, yo. We about to do this today. We're gonna come back whenever we do the next the finishing of the chapter with the penis. I'm gonna come back and give y'all the results because examine your the wife, guys. Try to see if you guys could do a little spontaneous different type of thing night. Or if the kids are home, just lock the door, make sure they sleep.
Yeah, and it did say this, fellas, in this chapter. I didn't go over it because it was comical, but it's real though. Hey, make sure you cut your fingernails, fellas.
Oh,
cut your fingernails before you start
playing anywhere.
Yeah. Make sure your fingernails are nicely cut.
Yeah,
and your hands ain't rough.
One good thing that it does mention with the cycle, which I think is great for men, like for the husbands to understand, is it goes over when you begin your menstrual, it goes over the hormones. And lots of times husbands forget that we have hormones not just when we're pregnant. We have hormones every day. Like forget monthly, every day. But when the menstrual cycle comes, because look, the shedding, let me real quick. The menstrual flow is caused by the shedding of the thickened lining. So I never really looked into what exactly is the menstrual. Of course, we know like the blood is, the blood is coming, whatever. But we know, if you really get into technical like this is doing, it explains that it's your body is shedding the thickening lining inside of you. The shedding takes place because the body stops the supply of certain hormones. These hormones are called estrogen and progesterone. So, you know how us women, we cramp and we're in so much pain. And I'm glad I'm actually reading. We didn't have to read this part too good, but you kind of listening because it's good. But I'm glad because now that I think about it, when it's my time and I tell Brandon, like, babe, I'm just cramping. I just don't feel good. Now we see as husbands on here, and wives, if you're on here, let your husband listen in, or like I said, get this book, because now we can explain, like, babe, this is why this certain time of the month when I'm like cramping and my belly hurts and my back and I'm being such a bee is because you're literally shredding or shedding some blood from inside that is going to be, that it thickens the lining. Like you're literally going through some internal bleeding.
Body change.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why we're in so much. And the men, y'all just be like, oh, she just going through her thing. She just in her, that women thing. She just, her period is coming. Oh, she's just being a bitch. Like y'all, sometimes we got to understand our wives. And we have to be, I think, more catering. Like if you're that wife that cramps, I used to cramp so bad when I was younger. Like so bad. And
you still did in the beginning.
I did when I started re-cramping, like, the menstruals again. But activity, like my mom put me in a lot of activities like sports and stuff like that because that helps with your body pain for menstrual. But recently I've been getting the cramps a lot lately. And I tell Brandon, I'm like, babe, I've been cramping. I don't feel good. I'm laying down. And, most of the time he'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever. But now...
before it was like where you had to stay in the bed majority of the day. You was like really hurting.
Yeah, but that was really bad. Like that was when I had to go to the hospital and stuff. And it was like, I was actually, since he mentioned it, I was at a point where sometimes I would have menstrual pains, but my menstrual would not come. And I wasn't pregnant. It was just, I took birth control for too many years. I took the Depo shot, which wives... If y'all trying to get pregnant and you're on the Depo or you want to after, don't be on the Depo more than like a year because Depo is highly dangerous. It's really bad. It literally stops you from having a menstrual. How bad is that? We're supposed to have menstruals a monthly basis naturally. The Depo intentionally stops you from bleeding your women inside stuff. So what was happening with me is because I wasn't bleeding during my Depo, I guess I had all that internal bleeding in there and it was causing that much more pain. Like every month it got worse, but it was never coming down. Imagine that. Like it was so intense. One night I had to tell Brandon, this was like 10 years ago. One night I had to tell Brandon, I was like, babe, I was on the floor crying and I was like, I just need to go to the hospital. Like my stomach, I looked like I was pregnant. I was bloated up. You know how we cramp up, we bloat up, which I gotta read why that happens, but I bloated up. I was in pain on the floor holding my stomach and I was like, I have to go to the hospital. This pain is unbearable. It was ridiculous. And the hospital and everybody, they did an ultrasound, a sonogram or whatever it's called. And the doctor told me, you have a whole lining of internal blood. And that's when they were like, because of the Depo, I was withholding so much and it wasn't coming out. So I had to do a surgery. I had to do a minor surgery where they open up the actual, I think, clitoris, vagina, whatever it's called. They actually open it up like with a thing, and you just river happens. And literally, I was like so scared and concerned, but the doctor was so happy because what they want you to ultimately have is bleeding coming out, which is your menstrual. And the doctor told me you might have a menstrual for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, like, because it was all just coming out and the pain, but it was kind of like flushing me out. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, but I went through it, and I was able to get pregnant 2 years later because it took that long. I had to get back on. They have like a birth control or like a medicine or something that makes you have a period. Like it tries to trigger you that bad, so you can have a natural menstrual every month. But anyways, it's a whole nother ball game. But it's serious out there for us women, and I wanted to bring it up for the husbands to understand that it's not just, oh, she's cramping, oh, she's in pain. No, I know women that can't even get up from their bed, like how I used to be, and they really have to they can't go to work, like they're really off. And it's heavy, you know, depends on different women. The more you work out, the better. But anyways, that's for tonight, and we're gonna go over the penis another day. I might go over 1 or 2 things later about this. I didn't really read it, but what else? I'm done.
So that's it for tonight. I just want to know how you enjoying St. Thomas so far. Are you really enjoying it?
Besides your 3-hour nap?
Yeah.
It's been great.
We've been here, what, a whole 24 hours now? A little bit over 24 hours?
2 days.
2 days? You don't seem excited.
Maybe ask me this tomorrow. How about that? Because somebody woke up with an attitude after they nap. I would have thought it would have been 3 hours. I'm thinking he's going to wake up like, we're turning up. King is back. I don't let him sleep. I took me a little 30-minute. I didn't even sleep too much because I had to, still check up on the kids because, we still got those. Remember them kids? We still got them.
Yeah.
We still, Mom, y'all know how it is, wife. She's still checking here and there. I'm getting alerts on my phone, pictures of them. I saw, we have cameras in the house. I clicked on the camera. I'm seeing, what's his name? Fabian on the couch trying to jump because Francisco sent me a video. He was hiding the camera and he sent me a video. He was sitting on the table and grabbed my mother's phone and was going like that and videotaping Fabian jumping on the couch and send it to me because he's like, Ma, he's not listening and he needs to get in trouble. Because Francisco's actually like really trying to be really good, and Fabian's messing it up because I'm about to like beat them both. So I did the video and I was like, get off the couch, I see you. Fabian ran out. I said, you better go to bed, boy. But yeah, so besides that, business is business.
How was your day at the beach?
That's a whole nother life. It was great. I want to go back tomorrow and get that drink. That drink was thebomb.com. So I want to go get that drink.
The sun was out there shining.
The sun was, we burnt up.
Yeah.
That was his 3-hour nap.
Yeah,
he was trying to nap on the beach. But I couldn't do it. It was too hot. Even under the shade, it was too hot. Then the cruise people came. It was packed. It was popping. We was at the lit beach. So I was like, Brenda, we ain't going to sleep here. Let's go to the room, take a nap. He want to come to the room. He made some food. He was chilling. Didn't want to take a nap. So I'm about to shower. I'm like, dude, it's about to be 6. You're really doing this now? You're going to fall asleep. Yeah, I'm about to shower. Get ready for our live at 7 o'clock. Y'all see what time it is, right? And I was like, babe, after a while, I'm not doing nothing. I'm going to lay 2. I'm going to get my nap in 2. I'm going to rest 2. That's why we out here. I did a couple business situations on my phone, TikToking and all that, and some other stuff for our business. While you was...
Oh, really?
Really. So that's how my day going. And then I have the whole attitude from you because, you didn't set up the whole scenery.
She didn't set up
I didn't set it up. I rested too. Wife says, if you on here, how fair is it if he resting, but then he want me to do stuff? No, I'm on vacation. I'm resting too.
Listen.
Ain't no listen. No, I don't. I'm not setting it up. And guess what? And guess what, guys? If he wouldn't have set it up, there wasn't gonna be no setup. We would have been holding our phones in our hand because that's what I do. There's no talking about. Well, I did it last time we was on vacation. Who told you to? Hey, ain't nobody tell you to.
You gotta push through. Sometimes.
Okay, well, I didn't get him up. That's not my pushing through. That's his pushing through. I was like, babe, let's go. Come on, Brandon. No, but I'm gonna get on my phone. What we doing tomorrow? We're gonna eat. You know, we got dinner. I set up reservations.
Oh, really?
For my mommy's trip.
The one I asked you to do before we got out here.
The one that you should have been there, because what'd you do for the? What'd you set up? I'm sorry.
Everything.
Oh, we're gonna do another live discussing the setup of this trip.
Yes.
So he can tell you how he did nada for the trip besides, hey, babe, this is what we're doing. And it's like, okay, where we staying? How we getting there? What are we doing? What flight is that? What?
Who? We found the spot though.
Who did what?
We both went through. Every night we was going through looking at spots.
The 2 nights before we came, because we literally booked this like the day before we came.
No, we was looking up a lot of spots, so. But we had this spot to begin. This was the first spot.
This was one of the first one you liked after a week of me looking.
Yeah, but yeah, whatever.
Because I was like, yo, we just not gonna go. We don't have a place to stay. What are we gonna do?
But God made a will. God made a way.
And Brandon just shows up.
Bam.
He think his job is just to be here and sling the pipe.
You
that's
know
it.
What? You
just
know
be
what?
here and give me some, and that's it.
Look, you gotta trust in God, because she was all worried. I was like, look, God wants us to go out here and have this nice time together.
Nice time together.
Yeah. Nice.
Not attitude. And then it's crazy because I said, listen, guys, I said, husbands chime in, wives chime in. It's interesting because I said to him, you really about to wake up and have an attitude? After a whole 3 hours, you really about to have an attitude with me?
Yes, I had to, because I was like, dang, you didn't
Talking about you don't do nothing? Oh, I don't do nothing?
Oh, that's what I said?
Oh, that's what you said?
No, I said you didn't even set up nothing.
Oh, really? We need recordings in this house.
We do. See,
so I said, oh, I don't do nothing? You wasn't saying that last night, though. I don't do nothing.
Oh, this one the live get live, right?
The after live. Don't play me, because I have no shame in anything I got to say, fellas. Yeah, husbands, wives, whoever is on, I have no shame in what we got to say.
Yeah.
Yep, attitude, all the way, because he's set up. Absolutely. Y'all want to see the setup?
Yeah.
It looks good.
It does, don't it?
It's all right. I'm just trying to hype it up, but I could have did better.
Oh, really?
Nope, because I would have just helped it on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So now what? Now the city done shut down because the taxis are, I don't even know where.
Are you getting now?
Oh, matter of fact, we got this taxi guy's number, and I think he's pretty cool. He remind me of my uncle. That's gonna be our hookup for the whole drive around the island. Mr. What's his name? Trini.
Because he's from Trinidad.
He's from Trinidad. He gave us a ride from the store. Trying to charge us the arm and a leg. I said, we only got this, boo. That's all we doing. It's all right, come on. Like, it was up the block. Really, we just didn't want to walk because we were tired in the sun. But anyways, well, how long has it been? Because I'm tired. And you're going to touch the live. 35 minutes on the dot.
That's 35.
Oh, but we really was on like 45.
Yeah.
Your finger's too big.
That's 43.
So we got 2 more minutes. What else you got to say? How you enjoying St. Thomas?
The son out here was cooking me like a chicken wing earlier, guys.
And then he wanted to take a nap with his legs if we were under the umbrella, his legs was out on the sun, and his rest of the body was in the shade. I was like, babe, just move up. They was burning. Y'all see like them little skinny bone chicken legs that be running when they be burnt? That's how he was. That's how he was. I was like, dude, what are you doing? But it was nice. It was some nice people. He tore up some fish. Y'all go check out my story because I got him tearing up the fish. Oh, you got me
tearing up the fish.
He was tearing
but the water was good though. It was
the water was great. You had a couple of drinks, so that fish was popping.
Yeah, but the water was good. It was cold in some spots and it was warm in some spots.
That's what it was peeing at. So I kept
you think so for real?
No, I don't think so.
It was just warm right there in the water. It wasn't that many people.
I was looking at that lady sideways, like, nigga, you just peed. Bitch, was that you? Because I'm swimming fast.
Yeah, for real. Okay.
So, but besides that, tomorrow, I'm going to leave it up to Mr. Barker for the rest of the trip because he has a whole attitude about things.
We'll be on tomorrow.
Is there such thing as menopause?
No.
So what is it?
Yeah, I think it's just the testosterone levels. You got high and low testosterone levels.
Because you sure been on it lately. Just
no, I wasn't on it.
You just cut. Blah, 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 blah.
I was just saying you could have had it set up for us.
Nope, I was in the bed right next to him. on my phone doing some things.
And then
checking
she
out
was
the
like,
kids.
"Hey, get up." I said, "You didn't do the setup."
Nope. And he said, "You still didn't do it?" Nope.
I asked her 3 times.
You really not gonna set up? Nope.
I said, "Help her for you."
Hey, I was there to remind him. Let's go. Like, come on. Talk about this vagina. Cause you about to examine it.
Yeah. So
See you
that's
tomorrow.
it.
We'll do a live tomorrow.
We'll do a live tomorrow. Yeah, from a beach or somewhere. I guess I'll continue reading, like I did this morning. I continue reading.
You need to practice reading. That's awesome.
Continue reading some more.
That's good. When was the last time you read?
Day before yesterday when I read the other chapter.
No, on your own.
So, thank y'all guys for tuning in. Say bye over here.
See ya. Thank y'all for chiming in. I don't know when we're gonna be back. We probably do a live tomorrow on the beach. Or we might go to the city. Maybe the city tomorrow, babe.
City?
Look, really?
Yeah.
Thank y'all. Facebook. Check us out. Instagram. Deuces. What is that? What'd you do? Go back. Who's that?
There's a couple people just got on.
Who was that?
Crystal.
Crystal Maria.
Is it Cairo?
Oh, Kenna.
And Brittany Brown.
Hey, girl.
All right.
What's up? Out here living the dream in St. Thomas. Y'all, listen, you guys, I don't ever want to hear that you guys cannot travel because this is a perfectly beautiful island that you don't need a passport. You don't need a passport.
And
you
it's
don't.
not that expensive out here.
It is, but
What you mean? Like not for the. Well.
Yes, we just
rare.
gotta steal.
Yeah, you gotta find rare spots.
We just gotta steal because it was like a last minute thing.